What is going on, everybody? I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Welcome into the channel, and today we're going to talk a little Arc Raiders. I got everything maxed out. I got pretty much everything done. Everything is done. I have one quest that I'm just going to leave there. Figure I'll just leave it there, let it sit there, so it feels like I have something to do. That's me. I don't know. I get like that when I grind a game too much, then I play it too much, then I like feel like I did it too quickly. That's just kind of how I was. Like I play a lot of the finals, and I got Emerald 1 in 9 days the last season, and that was just too quick. I was like, what the hell do I do now? I mean, I went to go play some ranked, but I like to play World Tour. That's what I like to grind, and I just did it too quickly, and hey, it is what it is. But if anybody's here on this video, thank you so much. If you can, hit a like up on the video. We have a video from Utopia, Arc Raiders, devs reveal, big update, future plans, and game of the year drama, which I know that I don't know, is there any drama? I don't know. Let's go check it out. Let's see what we got, chat.
Arc Raiders just got a ton
that I don't have
of new developer
while I'm
updates,
recording.
which, yes, do include direct comments that we'll go over that pertains to some future things that we'll see within the game. That does additionally include some
anybody that hasn't seen that documentary and you're super into Arc Raiders, man, go check that out on the Arc Raiders their YouTube channel.
Intel, and we'll even check out some of the additional community drama that we've been seeing.
Arc Raiders.
On top of everything else, we'll go over some tips, tricks, and things that actually do very much affect your playthroughs, as well as a whole ton more. What's up, World? Utopia here, back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things Arc Raiders.
I love it.
I also just quickly wanted to point out here that 94% of you aren't subscribed.
What?
So if you can, I'd really appreciate
Please
that.
go
and a like
subscribe
on
to
the
him.
video would
Link
really
in my
help as well.
description.
Okay,
Please
so
go
first
show
off here,
him
I do
some
want to go
love,
over some
man.
developer
He does
comments,
great
some
content.
things from the community manager.
He's awesome.
That's going to give us some more context clues on future patches, bugs, etc. Which, yes, if you didn't see, we got update 1.3.0.
The Venator.
But that's already been extensively covered, I'm sure, by tons of other videos. So quickly, we'll just jump into it for additional context. That mostly included some Venator pistol nerfs. We got explosive rebalancing, some economy changes
That pistol,
with launcher
man,
ammo, etc.
Honestly, that thing's gonna get another nerf. Honestly, it really is. There's no way that it's not gonna get hit next week or something, or this week. I don't know.
They did do some additional fixes here, which will give us some more context.
No, this week.
That included collision fixes and spawn tweaks. However, of course, if you haven't known by now, there are some additional issues with that collision fix, and there are still some fixes that either didn't work or didn't go through all the way. Now, this was pointed out by Embark, but she did say here that they fixed an issue where players could access locked doors, especially on Control Tower without a key. However, there is other
that's
glitches
becoming
that
a major issue.
Right
they need
to
narrow
to the
down and get that
This
done.
is actually pointed out to developers now, so they kind of do know about this new one. Again, I'm not going to cover the details there, but I'm sure plenty of you that have played the game know this one by now. After about a day or so, she did actually come with an additional update here, saying that the team is working on the door glitch currently. Now, there is an additional bug here that people wished was fixed, which was the animation canceling, which did pertain to a few weapons like the shotgun and the anvil. Essentially, you're just able to shoot much faster than intended.
There's a way.
She did, though, further clarify, saying that, yeah, that is currently being...
You can hit a zip line, and then you can just, like, almost fly across the map. So that's not good. Like, there's a lot of different things that keep popping up.
Does have to
it's like they fix one thing. It's kind of like Call of Duty. I'm not saying it like it's, but like they fix one thing and then all of a sudden something else pops up. They fixed the door here with the barricade, and then boom, now they're just going through it. I don't know.
Every single team is working on, but she did get further clarity there that yes, it's being worked on and has been forwarded to the team. That also did include an update for the mouse smoothing issue. As she does mention here, that one has been as well forwarded to the team. So I would assume either within the next 2 updates, we'll get something for the animation canceling and hopefully for the door glitch as well. So those few exploits should eventually be patched. She did, however, further clarify that there is no ETA on sort of the bug fixes with the current exploits. So again, that might be in a patch or 2. We don't know for sure. Now, since we're on the topic
guess they would
of
gather it up
and kind of things with the shotgun,
do it all at once, but
if only Arc Raiders would let me walk into Stellamontis with an unkillable skeleton tank, I would run that build every time. Well, there's a game that actually does do this right now. Jumping back to those developer comments, somebody asked here, hey, have you guys thought about buffing some underperforming weapons? As we just saw the Venator get a nerf and a few other weapons get a nerf like the Hullcracker. Well, she does mention here that the team is always investigating balance. So I would assume we'll eventually get some sort of balance patch.
Yeah,
I think the much larger patch for that, though, is probably...
One thing Embark is very good at doing is balance, because if you go over the finals, I know a lot of people that are playing Arc Raiders, you're new to, like, maybe Embark might be like, a lot of people might be new to Embark, but they do a really good job over on the finals with their balancing of their game. I mean, they got light, medium, heavy, and they do such a good job with balancing, and they're always tweaking stuff, and they're always coming back, doing different things. So I expect they'll do the same thing with this game. They're going to do well with the balancing.
That way, a lot of people are starting fresh there.
Like that pistol, the Venator, is going to get another nerf, 100%. There's no way. It's too good.
I do think that would be the exact proper time to actually put out a huge balance patch. That way most are just kind of like freshly started. With that, in some additional context here, somebody asked, is there going to be an update today? Which that actually pertained to November 20th when we got that recent patch, which was on a Thursday. If you're not familiar, the finals always does their updates on Thursday. They originally had an update on Wednesday, and then sometimes they had 2 updates, Wednesday and the Thursday of the same week. So it seemed like they were going with the same pattern here, or at least with it coming out on a Thursday. Well, she does say here that they're going to be changing that over time. So we don't know for sure if it's going to be a Thursday or Wednesday or even Tuesday. What I can say is most console updates actually do come out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you didn't know, I'm not going to break this down like I have with my other videos, but essentially every time a game gets released or they drop a new update, it has to pass certifications, and that applies to both PlayStation consoles and Xbox as well. Now, Steam doesn't have that certification. That's sometimes why PC does get a patch before them, because it has to go through additional checks and balances with those manufacturers, and typically those do get pushed out and pushed through on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That'd be my guess going forward, but again, not for sure.
I would expect either Wednesday or Thursday for Arc Raiders. That's kind of how they've been doing it for the finals for the last year or so. It's always Wednesday or Thursday. It's usually Thursday, but you might get it on Wednesday. That's what it's going to end up being.
Now, that's about that for the developer comment side of things and all the future changes we might get. Actually, there was a ton of other official info here and even some additional cool, noteworthy things behind the scenes. So if you haven't seen, we actually did get an evolution of Arc Raiders.
Yeah, this is really good. I did a
full release.
I did a reaction on this, and this is really good. They're gonna have 2 more episodes. I will be doing reactions on it, but I'm so surprised to see where this game was to where they got it to now. Like, it's crazy. Like, honestly, the beginning parts of this game I would have never even touched. When it was PvE, I would have never touched it. I wouldn't even have looked at it. Kind of had that Helldivers vibe, which is just a snooze fest.
Where this is essentially episode 1.
Like fast thrusting and all this like fast movement. Like, get that out of here, man.
Really cool stuff.
Get that out of here. It doesn't fit this game.
27 minutes long. So I'm just going to break it down.
I don't know. This
for
just
you to
looks
hit on the notes here. But if you want to watch the full thing, it's going to be in my description down below. The first one here is the original project name was actually called Pioneer. Obviously, they eventually pivoted to Arc Raiders. And yeah, even my Shadowplay folder for the game where I record all my footage, that one is even labeled Pioneer. So kind of cool that they nodded back to that. Now, this game for Embark has actually been in development for quite a long time. In fact, this was their original game. So when the studio first formed, this was the first game they started to work on. The finals did come out first. If you played that one, you're probably like, well, the finals came out first. They actually did launch that one first, and then it went to Arc Raiders. Well, they went a little over what the original game was supposed to.
Yeah, a lot of that is because they were PvE and then they reverted and then had to go kind of back and figure out what kind of game they wanted, so they had to go push out the finals. That's what I heard.
Where it was a session-based raid, around 40 players. On top of that, it was full co-op PvE, hero-based, and free-to-play.
It looks so boring. Look at that victory screen. Looks so boring.
Essentially, you were the threat instead of the arcs.
Oh,
so
man.
They did essentially flip that on its head and made the arcs the scary part where the players didn't have as much there. There were a few other cool mentions, like they were working on a 4-legged dog bot that is now gone. Again, there's some other really cool stuff there, so if you want to check it out, leave a link to it down below. Moving on here, we had some
but you think the 4-legged dog is actually gone? Yeah, it's not in the game, but it's in the files. They got they could probably put it out tomorrow if they wanted to. Like, I saw a gorilla in that thing. That looked terrifying. Imagine, like, you see, like, kind of like how the leaper kind of looks at you and it goes, looks, and then goes like this. Imagine all of a sudden you look and then you got the gorilla, and then all of a sudden it's just like, and it just starts getting crazy speed. I would, oh my god, I'd scream like a little girl.
Back some mentionables and even a little bit of drama.
This
first one is a Game Creator article, but it does cover some of Stroud's comments recently, where he mentions that it is potentially another rigged year, where of course we didn't see Arc Raiders get nominated for Game of the Year, which, to be fair, Expedition 33 definitely deserves to be.
This is how I feel about this. Who gives a? I don't care about any of this. Who the hell votes on this? Guarantee half of them don't even play video games. Probably don't even know about video games. Probably started like yesterday. Like, I'm all set. You know what the game of the year is? It's my game of the year. Arc Raiders is my game of the year. It is the game of the year. I don't care what anybody says. These games, what is this? Get these things off my screen.
On this list, as well as a few other like Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Edit it and make sure you guys don't see that, because I don't want you seeing that.
Every single game here should have probably made the list.
I'll blur this
stuff
out.
Of course, that is very subjective. He also brought up the fact that the world is just not ready for AI in video games.
The hell out of here.
While you might have some thoughts there, and I'm sure you do, the way Arc Raiders goes about it and Embark in general is very professional.
Poops about your game
they
of the
did
year.
actually hire real voice actors for the game and then used in combination.
Yes, they got real actors, man.
Tech. If you didn't know, every single item in the game has a voice.
Because honestly, I wouldn't play the game if it had AI in it.
To it, and it has multiple.
What are we talking about? Who
that
cares?
That is literally unheard of, and it is
I'm
not
sick of the whole AI stuff.
Regular voice acting.
Get it out of my face.
So those are tens of thousands of lines.
I don't care.
No other game in the industry has done that, and that is way too many hours to put in for that. So having the text-to-speech tech is basically needed there. The other thing are how the drones actually do operate. They utilize
I won't get
that
into
with
it.
AI
We're
tech.
not going to get into the
overall
AI. I could rant about
the
it.
drones and pretty much everything about them wouldn't be the same if they didn't utilize it. And there's essentially no way that someone could program that appropriately. At least it's never been done before. So yeah, a lot of the stuff that they utilize it for actually is for good. And I think that's the
It's fine. Let them use the AI.
Kind of
what does it matter? It saves time. Time is money, baby. Like, let them cook, man. I'd rather them get the AI, get the voices so they can work on the content and the gameplay and the graphics and the audio and the stuff that actually means something. I don't care about the text-to-speech. Whatever.
And dragged through the mud through all
the hell do I care?
Where they definitely don't deserve that.
I just want to play a game, man.
I would guess that's probably one of the reasons they didn't
guess what,
get
guys?
nominated.
Everything's going to be AI in 10 years.
Overall. Especially
Your
with some
parents
of these
are going to be AI,
that
bro.
Clearly really didn't even make that much of an impact. In the multiplayer sphere, Arc Raiders probably is the most impactful game this year. If you look through my channel, I've played tons and tons, dozens and dozens of games, including covering nearly all of them that I play. Yeah, I can stand on that and say Arc Raiders definitely probably deserve to be nominated for Game of the Year. I don't know if it would have won over Expedition 33.
That's fine, but it should have been
fully,
nominated in here.
Again, that's
because, I mean, look at this list. Look at this. Look at this. Donkey Kong? Huh? Hollow Knight Silk Song, whatever the hell that is. I've heard of it. Care less. Death Stranding looks cool for 20 minutes.
I'm just sad it didn't get nominated for more things as well. Curious on your guys' thoughts on it overall. If you think it should have been nominated, what games you would have taken off.
I have no clue with those games, man. I really don't get it. I don't get it.
Because that is more of a rant-based video. We do have some additional things here. A lot that's been talked about in the community recently, which is the friendly lobbies, the PvP action inside Arc Raiders, some of the social experiments that people have played. We've had a few Reddit posts going over this. One talking about turning off crossplay, and another one talking about not even wearing any equipment at all, where they tried to see how friendly people were, if they got KOS'd immediately, on what platforms that happened on.
I heard about this,
The notion here is a lot of players are turning off crossplay, at least those that are on PC. A lot of times the console players are the ones that are actually turning off crossplay, but for once it actually does seem beneficial for PC players.
I saw something, what was I was watching a video, and the guy went through it, and he came to a conclusion that the PC were nicer, and that the console players were actually more toxic and were killing them. And I personally think the reason why is because if you're on PC, you're a hardcore gamer, which means you had to pay some money to get that PC, which probably means that you're a little older and have a job, which then that means that you're a little bit more mature. So that's why the PC would make sense that they are less toxic, because on console, guess what? As a kid, you get a console, and the kids are going to be more toxic, the younger kids. That's my theory on that set. So I think the PC would be nicer.
So
that's what I heard.
PC
That's his findings.
Way friendlier.
See?
I've even noticed that, and it tends to snowball once more people realize that it's friendly.
The PC, the gamers, they're just more mature. They're hardcore gamers, and they're older too. I think
more fun to play on those platforms. It kind of tends to domino effect, where then all the console players are just kind of ratting on each other or not really using their microphones. There actually is a reason for all of this. I've kind of dug a little bit deeper into this and why this is happening.
Yeah, tell me. What you got?
Like console voice chat is actually borked or isn't working all the time, so fewer players are talking, where essentially they can't tell if someone is friendly or what the whole thing is there, or have those fun interactive moments. And unfortunately, console party chat and Discord actually does kind of ruin the proximity chat there.
That could be
like if you're in a party chat or even on Discord on the PlayStation 5, it actually hijacks your microphone, and so your input never reaches the in-game chat. You have to essentially deliberately flip a setting back on for that. That's also why console players don't really talk. So it is a bit unfortunate there, kind of the difference is why those players aren't using voice over Internet Protocol or VoIP.
Fix it
again,
now.
I can say that I have run into many more interactions on PC, and then turning off crossplay, it happened even more so. So not that I would recommend it, but it does seem like, unfortunately, console players just aren't using their mic in this game, which is quite surprising because I've seen that on the flip side. Again, super curious on your guys' thoughts of that. Again, be sure to check out Raid Shadow Legends. All right,
we're going to end there. Good video, as usual. I will put Utopia's links in the description, as I usually do. Go, please, go show him some love. Go subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. He's got awesome content. And so Arc Raiders, like, I think it's the game of the year. I truly do. I think it is, which it's fine. It didn't get nominated, whatever. I'm not mad. No, it's whatever. It's really, honestly, truly, at the end of the day, those game of the awards and all the the awards and all those game shows, at the end of the day, I really don't care. Like, I don't care. I just want a good game. Give me a good video game. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna watch them. I get excited. I'm a gaming nerd. But at the end of the day, I don't care. In my brain, in my head, in my bubble, Arc Raiders is the best game ever. You know what I mean? Like, no one could tell me different. I know what I like. And I found something, a new experience. I never played extraction shooters. I played the tech test, you know, during the summer or whatever, the beginning of the summer. I fell in love. And then now the games comes out, and I just absolutely loved it. Maxed out everything, you know, like, it's just kind of like, it's just what it is, man. It's the game of the year. It really is, and it's whatever. If it doesn't get the award, whatever. It's okay. Should have got nominated, though. But anybody that's here at the end of the video, thank you so much. I appreciate anybody that watches my videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the support on the live streams, you guys watching the videos, the comments, the shorts, whatever I post. You guys are coming in with likes and everything. I don't care if it's 1, 2, 3, 10, 15, 20, 50. I truly don't care. Thank you. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the support. I'll keep on pumping out stuff. I do. If you are here at the end of the video, you're a GOAT. Hit a like. But you're an absolute GOAT. I live stream on this channel every night. Hit the description. Links in the description and on my channel. And really, that's all I got. Until the next one. Hope everybody has a good day. See you on the top side. Peace.